to share with us.
All right, what's up everyone? I'm Andrew, and yeah, this is nice. So I obviously, in my 4 years of college, have found an amazing Christian community here in InterVarsity, but what I want to talk to you guys about today is another Christian community that I had before college, which is my youth group. So I would say I started following Christ in middle school, which is when I started going to my youth group and my church back home in the Chicago area, and I loved my youth group. It was what I would look forward to every week. I had all my best friends there. I had so much fun there, and to me, it was the best place I could be at. So coming to college, I of course was pretty sad to leave my youth group, but I was pretty excited too to see where God would take all the graduating seniors of my class, like where He would take us and how He would shape us in college. And one thing that a lot of people warned us when we were coming to college was, statistically, most high school Christians, when they go to college, they fall away from Christ. But all of us at the time, we were young and naive, and we're like, nah, that's not going to be us. Like, we're going to keep following Christ throughout college. But as we found out, and a lot of you guys have probably felt this too, college is full of temptations and things that want to pull you away from Jesus. And unfortunately for a lot of my friends, I saw so many of them either compromise their values or just choose out of Jesus altogether because they decided He wasn't worth it anymore. So I want to share specifically this one time, my sophomore year. This is over winter break, and some of us we wanted to go on the skiing trip to Wisconsin, and we're just going to be there for a few days. And we were, really looking forward to this because we all went to different schools, and this would be a great time to spend a few days together and just catch up. But what I found out the night before the trip was that they wanted to do some things that, for me as a Christian and for what I value, I just couldn't support. I couldn't condone what they wanted to do. And by this point too, like after a year and a half of seeing my friends choose out of Jesus, of falling to temptation and choosing out of Him, I was just tired of this. And I was at a point where like, man, I just want to give up my friends because they've been so hard to love. And I ended up texting them, hey guys, I can't support what you guys want to do. I'm not comfortable going on this trip anymore. I'm gonna drop out of this trip. And as I think back on this moment, I'm not sure if I made the right choice. Like, yes, I stood up for my values. I put Jesus first, and the values that Jesus wants me to have, and I stuck to those. But at the same time, I left my friends when I could have still gone on the trip and just been clear, like, hey, I don't support what you guys are doing, but like, I'll still go with you, and I could still love Him in this way. But I think what's so cool about our God is even when we make maybe not so great decisions, He can move through them. And what ended up happening was a lot of my friends the next morning reached out to me and they texted me and said, hey, I admire you for sticking up to your values, and actually I want to confess my struggles to you, and actually, Andrew, could you pray for me? And I was just so touched that they wanted to share that with me, and even that God wanted to use me when I was lacking faith in my friends and wanted to give up. God was so faithful, and He wanted to use me to bring these lost sheep back to Him. And so that's what my call is to you guys, to not just follow Jesus, follow His word, but to show that you're a Christian, that this is the life that you want to live, because you never know how God is going to use you to be a blessing to other people, and who's going to look at your life and be like, I want that life. And I think everyone on this skiing trip, except for one person, all of them are still following Jesus now. And I want to close with just some verses from the Bible. This is Matthew chapter 5, verses 14 through 16. You are the light of the world. A city set on a hill cannot be hidden, nor do people light a lamp and put it under a basket, but on a stand, and it gives light to all in the house. In the same way, let your light shine for others, so that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father who is in heaven. So don't hide under a basket, guys, but let Jesus shine through you. Thanks.